Three, two.
Hey, now it's me, Soraya Parker Pill at Turning the Pages podcast. I'm actually loving this. I mean, this is like so amazing. It's crazy because like you can be all in your mind sometimes, especially with life experiences and holding so much weight on your shoulders and walking around here with a smile even though you have a lot of things in your mind saying this is nothing to smile about. I mean, I practice these things because I've been angry for so long, but it feels amazing when you can feel a heavy weight after making certain decisions, really hard decisions. A heavy weight just come off of you, like things that people seen that was going on with you, but you didn't see it with yourself because you're such a hard worker. You're always trying to be a fixer. You're always trying to make sure everything is in line, and that's some heavy stuff. So I can see why people can see that it was a heavy weight on me when I didn't even think that I was carrying anything heavy. I was like, this is just life. This is normal. Like, hey, you just got to get it done. But some things that you carry are not your issues. It's not your problem. And if you believe in God and believe that God has certain things with you and you're saying that you're doing things the way God wants you to do it, and you're willing to go through anything when it comes to choosing God over your situation, your finances, your life experiences, your man, your relationship, your anything, you're really going to have to believe that wholeheartedly. We might can't see him, but we can see how he operates, and that right there is worth seeing. When you can see him not with the natural eye, but you can see him working in your life, and that's what he's been doing in me. I've been thinking that, okay, I finished the final stage. I'm not doing drugs anymore. It shouldn't be that hard. That's some crazy crap. It gets harder, especially if you don't have anything to cover your feelings, have you in that fog of not seeing what's really going on, being hot. I mean, this is some serious stuff. I never knew life could be like this because I lived life as a drug addict. I lived life as just doing me and doing what I wanted to do when I wanted to do it, not worried about my kids, not worried about my life, not worried about anything. I didn't even want to live. But I'm here today to say life is worth living if you're willing to go through the pain, the suffering, the process. Because at the end of any life worth living, it's going to be worth every bit of it. Every tear, every blood, every sweat. All the spider webs that's on you, the piss and poop that you smell going through the houses, and the cuts on your hands, putting up signs and lock changes and things like that. You're going to go through some things. Nothing is easy worth having to me. I don't want nothing easy because it was easy being a drug addict out there for a while. Then it got harder because I needed more. More is something I didn't really need in my life, and it wasn't conducive to me or anyone that was around me. But I'm here to say that surround yourself around people that's like-minded. All the way around. Have the same heart, like the lion heart. Have the same soul. Have something that's the same, that's working to the same goal. And that's helping others. It's not about us no more. But I'm here with my Doug Speedy, and we're here to let you know the real on Soraya Parker Pill at Turning the Pages podcast.
Yes, sir. Part 2.
Yes.
Yeah, man.
It was awesome. The part 1 was good.
We was going in. I think that was over an hour. The camera said, listen, man, y'all got wrap it up.
Yes.
But nah, though, it was a good conversation, and these are conversations that I feel like people should be having. Because, even though we're in different stages of our life, we still living in the same era. So it's like, we got to help each other. It might not be monetarily, but if we can help each other with some wisdom we got or some knowledge, you feel me? Because it is hard out here. It's hard. I went through a lot in my younger years because I'm bumping my head trying to figure things out.
Talk about it.
You feel me? So it's like I made life harder, but it's like if I would have had somebody that been like, oh nah, don't do that, shorty, or nah, that ain't the right move, or nah, you good at this, try this. You feel me? But it's also like a catch-22 because without that journey, I wouldn't have, figure out what I needed to do or figure out my purpose. So it's like, man, you see somebody out there struggling, you see somebody out there not doing bad, not doing good, it's just common sense. It's something they missing, you feel me?
Yeah.
And if you feel like you got a little piece that you could contribute, you never know how big that play a part, you feel me?
Yeah, and that's so true. And it also have to be them accepting what you're giving them. Applying it to their life. Applying it to, I don't like it, but let me see what it's about. At least trying to do the next thing. You know what I mean? You can save lives just by a smile and say, hey, how you doing? You don't gotta have that frown on your face and keep it moving. They be looking at you like, dang, you know what I mean? Some things happen like that. Like today, I went through a crowd of people today, and it was like the older ones, and they was looking at me, and I didn't even know how big my smile was, because I really don't have a lot to smile about when it comes to the mental state. Your mind having you all over the place, like, oh my God, this going wrong, this going wrong. But my smile comes from when I open up my eyes, and when I'm like getting out my sleep, I'm like, dang, I'm really living again. That smile starts there. Because I know it's a journey God is trying to put me through. And that 24 hours, that's going to feel like 24 years when I'm finished. Because that's how I work. I work until I sweat. Unbelievably, I work until I can't work no more. I'll put all that I have into everything I do. Everything. And once you do that, if you can't put no more all into it, and you're doing where as though you're putting too much into it, that you're starting to lose yourself, you got to back off and go back to the plan, the drawing board, the blueprint, the things that you say I'm going to do if I ever be clean, the things I'm going to do if I ever see the next day. If I'm going to be chosen, let me be chosen where everybody see my light. They don't see that heaviness.
But even when you tell me, your life stories and stuff that you did, it always was like you was in a leadership position, So even though you was, on the wrong track, it still took a lot for you to put up with your own addiction. Then you gotta take care of all these other people's addictions.
Yeah.
You gotta take their feelings, their emotions, their mental, everything. So it's like you really prep for what you've gone through. You really, you prep for it because you've been doing it. So, just from me to you, I'm proud of you, and it's like, I can't, like you said, you got the biggest smile. I can't tell everything that's going on because of how strong you are. You don't come in here on some flipping the table over and, you feel me? You still got your mental. No matter what, you got your mental. And you come in here and you handle business because you've been prepped for it. You've been prepped for it.
I really appreciate that.
Just think about it. It's hard. You fucked up. You in a fucked up state, but you are still the answer to so many other people. Yeah. Oh, we ain't got money. Oh, I got you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I can't do it. Oh, I can't get high today. Oh, I got you. Feel me? So it takes a lot to be a leader at the bottom, and it's going to take a lot to be a leader at the top.
True that.
But you built for it.
I appreciate that. That meant a lot to me. These are happy tears because that was kind of like confirmation because my brother, that I was in addiction with, he's not in addiction either, and we doing it. We take care a lot of
the blind guy?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Right.
And he can see more than most people with eyes.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? He's very wise, very wise. Matter of fact, he's going to be on the next show. I'm going to pick him up and we're going to get this thing done. We're going to talk about the things we did when we was out in the streets, how I used to just pull up and we just get high for weeks and all of that. You know what I mean? Because he even said that to me. He was like, sobriety, but that always been you. And I'm like, dang, like, for real? They said you always was able to get whatever needs to be done.
You can connect.
Even if it was, we ain't had nothing but you coming up in your hoopty and you ain't had no money. You like, I got the ride, I got a little game we can do, you know what I'm saying? And it wasn't so much game taken from somebody, but I had a system of how we was going to get high. And if we were going to start that first one, we knew that we was going to be wanting more. So I had to have in my mind, how I was going to get more once it was gone. Even if it was me coming to the table with an ounce and be getting smoked out on this ounce. I had to have in my mind, okay, I got to take this at least to make this so I can get this when I get to the last.
And you know what that is? You creating the future. Even though it's a bad...
Right, but
you knowing, I'm going to make sure we have a day,
tomorrow, the next day, and look, by Friday, even if we go too far, because once you get too high, you're not getting high enough.
Right.
You know, I was like, I had to, minus a day, just in case I got to that point, because I've been there before.
Yeah, you got to come down.
I remember how I've been there before. I remember what made me go to the ounce when I was only getting high off a couple 20s and I was good for a few days. You remember?
Yeah.
So when you remember the things that you go through that you don't like going through, you try to create things that make sure you'll never feel that again.
Mm-hmm.
And if you do get weak-minded and human, into yourself, because spiritually, you never have to be that weak, but you have to create that kind of spirit too. You know what I mean? Spirits grow inside you. It's not just that bam, you got all it is. And in a little bit, it is, because I was born to be a leader. I was born to be who I am today. God didn't make no junk, and he definitely did not have the weak go through what I went through. He knew once I made the decision, if I hung in there long enough and him bring me back to life every time I died and I wanted to stay dead. Like, I was so mad at him, like, why the hell you won't just leave me alone? Leave me alone.
This life ain't yours.
That's what he said.
And a lot of people miss the basics of humanity. The basics of humanity is for us to serve each other.
Yeah.
Service. Shout out to our sponsor, Summit Spring Maine. But they serve us water. You feel me?
And I drunk some of it as soon as I came out. So I need
that. You feel me? And we promoting them. So we doing a service for them. We promoting their brand because they're a very older brand. They've been doing their thing since 1875. So it's older people that run this company, so they're not really hip to the new internet world and all these marketing and all that. So even though they got a wonderful product, because they're not competing with the Dare Parks and the Fijis with all the money they put into their marketing.
This old money.
You feel me?
It's old money.
You feel me? And come on, this is water. This is life. Like, most of our body is made up of this. You feel me? You cannot live without this. So they providing a service, and now we providing a service by promoting them.
It's
so
a
y'all,
chain reaction.
You feel me? Y'all see how that happens? So that's the basics of humanity. Create a service. Soraya houses people. She damn near psychiatrist for real. And she helps people. You feel me? I've seen it with my own eyes. You feel me? She helps people. She services people. And that's the basic of humanity. We're not here to kill each other, y'all. We're not here to destroy each other. It's not all about party and entertainment.
Right.
It's about servicing each other in this little window that we have on this time on Earth right now. You feel me? It's a little window.
Yeah.
You gotta
very small.
You gotta use it. You gotta use it before that window closes.
Because it's going to close.
It's gonna close.
And the weak is going to be on the other side.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to be fighting to get in when they already had the way and the key to get in. They didn't take it. They didn't take it, and they didn't do anything with it. Short story real quick. So I had some foreigners call me. One only speak English. His 3 brothers don't. They stuck here over in America and everything like that. And I don't know how they got my card, but they said, I've been holding on to your card for a very long time. I got your card from out of a laundromat, and this lady gave it to me like, if anybody can help you, she can. I don't know the lady name. They say she was just sitting beside me. I've been holding your card for weeks, and as soon as he called me, even though I still have responsibilities to do with my money, I know how to make it. So it wasn't nothing for me to give him what I seen was the last, and I know it's never the last, because it's like oil with me. God always has stuff. Like, I can see that I'm at the last drop, and when I blink my eyes and I open it, it's filling up again. And I'm like, how the heck that do? Because of the things that I invested in God, and the things that God invested back into me. For me to see how things can go into fruition if you just stay still and do what's necessary His way. I mean, yeah, you're gonna fall apart a little bit or whatever. But the point I was trying to make, they called me. I gave them the money for their rent, and I said, look, don't forget you got to work this off. And then even though I knew that the money had to go to the rent, they didn't have no food, so they asked me that. And I mean, I did whatever I could, but I had to fall back too and say, don't do more than what you need to do for yourself. And that's exactly what I did. And I had to reevaluate my life. And say, if I don't give what I don't have, but I always have if I have a strong God like me. That's just who I am, and that's what I feel with every being of my soul. That it might look like the last, but that next thing, that next blessing is way, way more than what you thought was the last. It was just the last of that stage. It was just the last of that moment, because that can't go with the new. You see what I'm saying? Everything got, like one door, it gotta close. For a door to open, it gotta close. It can't open without closing.
The elevator ain't gonna go up if that door open.
Yeah. And I mean, you gotta understand some things you have to close. And I see God, I thought God was almost finished with me. He's still getting started.
He's getting started.
He said, no, I had to put you through that so you can feel what this is, this is what love feel. This is what family feel. This is what, you having your kids feel inside of you. But I still got some more things I got to put on your plate. I'm sorry, chick. You asked for it. You say you're lying. So you got to, be a prey for a minute. You got to, let some people eat you up and chew you out. You see what I'm saying? You got to feel this pain without being high. And I feel so, and it's crazy because the things that I might be going through, most people would say, man, I would be crying right now. I mean, when I was crying, it was almost a forced cry, to be honest, after a while, because it was real, and then I'm like, what the hell I'm crying for? I don't have no reason to be crying about anything. I always hear, Soraya, you don't look like what you've been through. And when I look at that picture, I'm like, what the heck? Like, that has to be a God when you see the things I've been through to now. Or seeing what I look like to now. That's some stuff that's from the inside out restoring inside of you.
Yeah. Like, people don't understand, like, God's timing is totally different than ours.
Unpredictable.
What they say, 1,000 days is like a 1,000 years is like a day to him or something like that.
Yeah, it is.
So we be sitting here, I'm 20, I'm 30, I'm 40, I'm 50, I'm 60. That's not nothing. God might be saving you till you 80 or something.
Not even just 80. Some people out here living at 130.
One I seen the other day, 141.
I believe that.
You feel me? And she said...
And look good.
And she looked good. She still farms her own land. You feel me?
Take care of herself and others.
And that's another story I want to share. Like, during pandemic time, it was a lot of money flowing around. People getting their checks. I was getting stamps. Everything. But what I was doing, the stuff I was consuming, like, man, I'm eating junk. You feel me? I'm not. So when that stuff started dwindling down, they cut my stamps, everything. I'm like, yo,
I ain't do right by the money.
No, I'm saying like, yo, why is it getting hard? But once I sat back and think, then I started noticing hard. You feel me? I'm getting back in shape. I'm out here playing ball with my son, with his friends, and I'm able. You feel me? He had to remove that easy, comfortable situation from me, because it's not like I was taking the money, I'm buying fruits and vegetables and good food.
That's what I'm saying, not doing the good things.
Right, you feel me? So you can't look at when you lose things as oh, it's the end of my life, oh, it's the end of the world. Yo, you don't know what God got in plan for you. Like, you just slow down. People gotta slow down. Yeah. It's crazy my name's Speedy. I'm telling you.
But it's true.
They gotta slow down, man.
People, and I know that it's crazy that I'm saying it myself because I don't know nothing about slow. But I even had to slow myself down. Mm-hmm. I had to put a halt, not slow it down. I had to stop, like right here, right now. It is done. Like I had to make a decision not to work for it to be done, but say, I mean what I say, it's done. You know, because God has so much more for anyone that's going to be connected to me, and then people that's connected to them, and then the people that's connected to them, for us to be able to win together to look as one. That's what we need to do. We need to get together and work together and do what we need to do so we can look like one. Like when people work with, when I have my contractors out, they see Soraya. They don't even see a big dude, and they see Soraya because the same thing he do, I do. I've done. I train him to do what he's doing now.
I've seen it.
You see what I'm saying?
I quit my first day.
I'm done with you, Soraya. I'm straight camera. I'm done with you. I don't care about the money I made today. It's nothing on top of what I made. I'm done. I know my space. I know my.
I lift this camera. I do that. Your couches and oh my God, like
I love it.
Kudos. Though. You feel? Nah, I mean I've done
I know
that
you,
before,
and you did a great job doing it.
Yeah, cause I've done it before. You
but
feel
that's
me?
not what you wanted to do.
But that ain't me. That ain't me, man. I ain't trying to work out. I ain't trying to work out, man. You feel me? Cause look, the crazy thing, I'm in prison, and you know I had my workout schedule, everything. So you know I had 2 years to do. So I'm saying I'm gonna come home husky. I came home like 180, you feel me? But all that muscle deficit, everything I wanted, it ain't happening. Mind you, I'm working out, I ain't got nothing else to do.
Right,
so I'm on a regular schedule, I got a good diet, you feel me? Eating protein, blah, blah, blah. But you know, I was a little stocky, but it just was, I said, nah, it ain't for me, man. It just ain't for me.
That reminded me when I was in one of the rehabs I was in. You know, I did rehabs many times. I mean, I even went out of the state to go to rehab. You can't escape this thing. You can't escape it. If you want it, if you're a drug addict, you're going to find it anywhere you go.
Yeah.
You know. But I was in the rehab, and I'm very militant, especially when I'm in a confined space.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very militant. Like, when I know I have to be up at 5 o'clock, I'm the only chick up at 3. You better believe it. I mean, the only, like, you could never get something over me. Like, if you thought you was going to bite me in my sleep, because you should have. Like, it was times that I was at, I'm talking about that. Let me stay on track. So, I was in a rehab, and they used to call me the running man. So, what I did was, because you in a room with, like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, like 8 people.
Like
with one bed. Yeah, dorms.
Right.
Yeah, so, I mean, I have to do something with all my time. I can't just sit there and not do nothing. So I'm writing letters to my family every single day, each one of them, you know, everything. And while I'm there, because, you know, you go to meetings, you got to go to meetings at a certain time. You got to, you know, write journals at a certain time. You got to do this. You can go outside for recess. Every time I went outside for recess, one day I just got up and started running around the yard. Mm-hmm. Just start running. And that was my everyday routine. You know, and someone would laugh at me and start singing the running man thing or whatever like that. But really, you watching me. And then not just me was running. Then you seen the dudes.
Start running.
The dudes start running, but not with me. They running too. Mm-hmm. They made that a routine. So I'm looking like, wow, like this is kind of crazy. So I'm having my feet on my bunk and my feet on my bed. And then my legs over the bunk post, and I'm up here doing sit-ups. Yeah. Man, I'm taught, but when I do something, I do the hardest thing first to see if it can be done before I even say I'm gonna start small. Mm-hmm. That's just me. That's just me. That's who I am. I'm an animal. I'm a human being, but I mean, my heart is an animal. It's a beast. Yeah. It's Beauty and the Beast. Believe that.
Yeah. So I mean, like, it's just about just pushing through, man. That's all this is about. Cause just waking up, having another day, that's a blessing in itself, you know. Like,
yeah, seriously.
Some people just can't hop up out the bed, you know. They might need help to get up, or some people just bedridden. Mm-hmm. You feel me? So even little things like that. When I walk up the steps, I make sure to run up the last couple runs, because I know it's gonna be a time. Hopefully, if I'm blessed to live this long, it's gonna be a time I ain't gonna be able to run up the steps. You feel me?
Right.
So Just like Soraya, you know, I'm gonna do the hard things now, and the hard things is really being yourself. In this society, the hardest thing is being yourself, being secure in who you are, not following the trends, not following behind. Oh, I gotta be with my friends. Oh, I gotta be around somebody. I can't be alone. I can't make this decision on my own. I can't. You feel me? I can't. So like the hardest part is just being yourself, and that's how God created you.
Yeah, and that's the truth, because like I said, and I told myself, I tell myself all the time, because I don't ever want to go back to living a lie or being behind closed doors doing one thing and then showing another. That's just not who I am. I wasn't like that when I was out on the streets thinking I was hot as I don't know what, and I was black as I don't know what, with ponytails and bow rats in my head. I mean, crazy stuff. But I was also wanted back then too by people that did not look like me. You know what I'm saying? So it's not that, I mean, it's just you gotta be yourself, because that's who make who you are. You know, I mean, yeah, every now and then I'm going to act like a donkey because I'm from the streets. I mean, I am, and I love the fact that I learned the things I did from the streets, because even being in fights and things like that, I fought 3 girls ever in my life. I fought hundreds of guys, and I don't have no broken nose, thank God. I don't have no broken nose. I don't have no glass eye. You know what I'm saying? I don't have no gashes from that. I have gashes and stuff from self-inflicted wounds, and that's putting a needle on my neck and having abscess that's so big that I have stuff coming oozing out, and you can see my bone, and I don't want to go to the doctors and none of that. You know what I'm saying? So it was self-inflicting. It was like God always protected me. You got to see that you're protected. If you live in the next second, you know what I'm saying? If we get bombed right now and you might have half of your face gone, but you still living, you got a story to tell. Even if it's your last word saying, thank God that I made it this far. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to find something bigger than you. And my heart is way bigger than me. You know, my soul is way bigger than me. I mean, you have to do what you need to do. It's a necessary thing that we have to do, because this world have came to an end so many times, and we still here. It's not coming to an end. It have came to the end so many. Your world had came to the end so many times. Either you're going to create a new world, or you're going to just go through it and learn nothing. And the world is going to pass you by. It's just going to pass you by.
That's a fact. Like you said, man, like when you young, you know certain shit, you believe certain things, and that's the world that you know that you're growing up. Then you reach another level where you know you gotta get rid of that old world that you thought was real.
Yeah.
Then you realize Santa ain't real, and you feel me, like you realize the world ain't, you feel me, it's bad people out here. You gotta watch out, you feel me, like it's just. And this world gonna outlast us. This planet Earth gonna outlast us. No matter how many of y'all think, oh, global warming or not, the Earth gonna kick us out of it before it let us destroy it.
Mm-hmm.
So at the end of the day, man, we gotta remember what we here on Earth for. Service each other, man. Take care of the Earth. You feel me? And it's like, man, like if you ain't with that, I feel like your life is just wasted.
It's wasted. You're not putting none of your intelligence into someone else's life. Even if you could be the laziest person in the world and just be a consultant.
Yeah.
Consultants sit on their tail and they talk all day.
Yeah, and
about
they make more money than
all of us.
Right. You feel me?
Just consulting. Even if they can't like do what they used to do anymore or whatever, they can consult and say, well, this is what you do, because when I could do it, this is how I did it. And that's why I'm sitting here consulting, because I can do that.
And that's talking about consulting, you feel me? Like that's the move I'm trying to make for real.
Yeah.
'Cause once I seen like, golly, like just my intellectual property, just that alone, like I don't really have to, like really, it don't have to really be physical. Like you feel me? Like I could just talk my shit, and I don't know, people believe me. Like,
but you also do it too.
True.
Like he just. Ooh, I'm about to call you a nigga.
She just
I did. I sure did. Because that's how I felt. I mean, at least I ain't cut. But, I mean, he would tell me, I was like, look, sometimes, you know, when I see stuff, it look amazing on the, that he said, well, you know, I'm working with your budget. I was like, don't you dare. I said, man, I'll hire you the first day you called me. Talking about you working with my budget. How much money you made on it. But I get it.
Yeah,
I get it. It's still business.
It's just, and it's like, it's levels, you feel me? It's like, it's just levels, man. Like, I know, I really feel like my true gift to this world is to empower the powerful. Like, people are already powerful, but sometimes they get lost, they forget. You feel me? Because even when I was locked up, I ran into some of the most intelligent guys, and it's like they got 30, 40, 50 years. You feel me? Like the best athletes. You talking about LeBron and all these people? I seen them in jail. You feel me? But they rotting away. They got life. So it's like, don't waste this opportunity you got. You feel me? On Earth, man. You could really be a blessing to others. You really could be a blessing. It's like, and when your time is up, you know, you got the credentials. Like, God gonna know, yeah, you done help this person, you done help the whole nation. You feel me? You did what you were supposed to do. Like, you don't want to be just sitting, rotting in a cell, and just regretting life. You feel me? Like, if you got the chance to shape up, whatever it is, shape up
and shape out.
You feel me? Like, shape up and ship out. You feel me? Like, today, you know, like, stop. Sometimes you just gotta stop. You feel me? Just stop, reevaluate life, and just, you know.
Yeah.
It's just like this world is constantly moving. You know, things are constantly evolving. We gotta be the same way. 10 years go by, like, they done come up with 10 different iPhones in 10 years, and you still doing the same thing, standing on the block, or, you feel me, in the same mentality.
Yeah.
Come on, y'all. We are the innovators. We are the creators. You feel me? Like, for her to help people, she gotta create this in her mind. She gotta create this blueprint of how I'm gonna make sure I got this and got this. She created that. You feel me? She's a creator. She got kids. This is what we are here on Earth to do, is to create and make it better.
Yeah.
For the next generation, the next generation, the next generation.
And who's willing to listen about the mistakes you don't have to make? You know, yeah, that's some great things, because some people want to listen and say, I don't want to live that type of life because I see it every day, you know, and some people just not going to listen at all.
And I'm a listener. I listen because, like I said, if I would have had somebody tell me, yo, don't, I would have listened. You feel me?
Yeah, I'm hard. I'm stubborn. I like the.
I would have still found a way to do what I want to do, but I wouldn't have took the risk. You feel me? Yeah, man. But I didn't grow up with a whole bunch of ex-felons around me and people that could tell me about. You feel me? Like, in the hood, that thing kind of celebrated. It's like, you feel me? Like, yeah, I just came home, boy. You feel me? That's kind of something that's accepted. You feel me? So nobody really looks down on it. You feel me? But all that going to jail and all that being restricted from life, like, that's corny. That no freedom, like, that's corny. And know what's even more corny? When you on the street and you still restricting yourself. That's why I be saying people gotta meet me halfway. You feel me? Because you got me. Look, no way you on the street and you can't get up and do this or do that. You feel me? You can't even grab your phone and say, you feel me? Like, come on now. You got people in jail that's paying bills from jail. Like, they sending money home. You feel me?
Yeah, they doing something in there, and it might be illegal or whatever, but they still taking care of business. They still take. I mean, they making more money in there, and they sitting at home taking care of that.
I know niggas that's nice in the kitchen, that be hooking up. And man, look, you know you got the bull crap that's on the menu, but you tap in with him, get him a little extra. I mean, he gonna make you a steak dinner.
Yes.
You feel me?
Yeah.
With the A1 sauce.
And tastes better than any steak dinner you ever had in your life.
And now he making extra money that he can send home. You feel me? He ain't doing nothing illegal.
Yeah.
But why take for a nigga to go to prison? You feel me?
Because sometimes we living in imprisonment. Our mind can have us living in imprisonment. You know, like my mind had me in imprisonment for a long time. And sometimes every now and then it's still in imprisonment because, I mean, you know what you've been through, you know what you're good at. Sometimes you just don't want to make that step to do something different. And you hate to fail when you doing something different. You know, like I'm gonna do it exactly like they told me, and then you fail at it, but you follow the system. Sometimes somebody else's system is not your system.
Yeah, and I believe that this system we live in right now is definitely not our system. Cause this, like, I just look at the ratio of like you take your graduating class or my graduating class, like the ratio of people that's successful and doing good, happily married, and just having. That joint is real lopsided, you feel me?
Yeah.
Like, I'm talking about 1, 2, 3 out of thousands. Like,
yeah, they get into a marriage and it's just there, and they didn't go through nothing to create it. Or
just going through this school system and all that. Like,
yeah, they teach
system,
us how to pick up the pencil and this and that. Everybody can't write picking up the pencil.
I'm left-handed. You know how hard that was for me in school? Like, for real.
Like, you're supposed to do what you're right. No, that's not true.
And then I'm differently wired differently, and I'm creative differently. So when I was doing creative stuff in class, the teacher would tell me, no, don't do it that way. Do it this way, like everybody else.
Right,
What?
right. Like, it's like imprisonment. You know, y'all gotta look like y'all the same.
Wear this uniform, stand in a straight line. You feel me? Everything I did in jail is what I did in school. You feel me?
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah.
So like this system, honestly, I feel like this system is
It's
not
for the
made.
weak.
Yeah, it's not made for.
It's not made for someone that has a brain.
It's not made for the leaders.
Yeah,
You
it's
feel
not
me?
made for someone that have a brain, their own
Think
mind,
for
their own
themselves,
thoughts.
right.
You know, saying, okay, I understand this, and you saying this system been working for 30 years, but I'm telling you, we living in a new era,
This
so
system
we
is
gotta
not
put this twist into it.
It says they ain't never worked. Not for our people.
Not for me.
Because you even look at the people that go to higher education. You feel me? Like 9 times out of 10, they don't even get a job in that field.
They don't.
And they owe all this
Money.
back to
It's created for you to get in debt. They say, look, it's really the education. Education's going to pay off the debt. But then you find out you're in debt and you working 2 jobs with the same thing you went to school for that was free back in the day.
Sally Mae. And I went to school in probably 2010, 11. You feel me? Like, and I still owe Sally Mae from over a decade ago. You feel me? Like, that's imprisonment. That's a prison sentence. You feel me? Like, I pay taxes, all that. Why y'all can't just shave that up? You feel me? Like, it's imprisonment. So you either gonna be in prison physically, mentally, emotionally, or spiritually.
Yeah.
They hit on every angle. So,
Or financially.
well, yeah, financially, that's the money. You feel me? So it's like, all right, I got out of jail, but did I get my finances right? Did I get my relationships right? Did I get my mental right? You feel me? I just got my mental right about 5-6 years ago.
Yeah.
You feel me? So it's like, I got out of that prison. You feel me? I stopped dealing with a whole bunch of females, and so I got out of that prison. So it's like, yo, you gotta hit your mental, your physical, emotional, spiritual. You gotta get out of prison, out of those, all 4 of those. You feel me? Like, think for yourself. Think with the brain God gave you. He already implanted some things in there that's just for you, that nobody else can bring into fruition but you. Tap in. Get out of them prisons. You feel me?
The 4 F's.
Get out of them. You feel me?
And, or you can say the 5 F's. They both with F's.
Yeah.
Or you can say epic.
You feel me? We trying to get E's and A, E's for excellence. You feel me? You know how back in school is E or the F. Like, now you don't want the F. You feel me? Get the E. You feel me?
Yeah. Get the extra line down the bottom, make it a different letter.
Yeah, man. So, recently we was at your sister just celebrated her birthday.
Yes.
You feel me?
Yes. It was so nice.
It was nice. It was nice.
It was nice. She was
surprised. As y'all can
surprised.
see in the back.
It was nice, and I mean, I'm telling you, she was surprised. I mean, you can't get over my sister because she's the nosiest person I know in my life.
I see she was calling everybody phone.
Yes,
she was super detective.
Yeah, that's her calling.
CSI.
Yes, that's her calling. She could definitely have one of those what is it called? Investigation type of
she a private eye.
Yeah, and my daughter is too. My daughter and her are just alike. Like, there's a lot of people that's kind of nosy in my family, but it's for the good. You know, you can't get over them. Right. You gotta tread real lightly.
They're aware.
Yeah, very aware.
And it's good to have a woman like that around you. You feel me? Because she gonna see things that you're not gonna see. You gonna miss things. You're gonna be hanging around people, and she gonna see things that you don't need to hang around those guys. I listen. Before I got away from the friends, that's another F. You feel me? Mm-hmm. My girls used to be like, I don't like him, and they was telling me about this one guy, and this one guy I consider my right hand. You feel me? And all these different females would talk about this one guy, like, yo, there's something that ain't right about him. I'm like, man, that's my man. I ain't trying to hear that. And he turned out to be a snake. You feel me?
The biggest one.
The biggest one.
Who was able to get to you and could have killed you.
You feel me? So it's like, once your woman, let your woman do what she's supposed to do. That intuition
that's nice.
And all that, you feel me? Let her, you feel me? A lot of guys be, man, you getting on my nerves. Nah, I want a woman that knows, do your job, baby. Go ahead. Keep me on point.
I got this part.
Yeah.
You know, you do what you good at.
Right.
You know
Keep me motivated. You feel me? Amen.
And it's crazy because I'm not considered a nosy person because I let things come to me because I already see it. Like, I don't have to be nosy because I see it before it happens.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about I see it. I'm talking about when I say I see things because my father was a prophet and my sister is a prophetess. You know, make sure you go into her channel, Power of Purpose. She does 7:30 every Thursday morning. She does do some great stuff, and she be knowing her stuff. My father's a prophet, and it came down to us. It trickled down to us. I always had dreams, or I could see it. I could just see it, and I could see it just like play out while you walking towards me, and already know what you're about to say and all of that. Like, this is not a game. It's scary sometimes. Because
kind of like deja vu.
Mm-hmm. It's real scary. Like, I had a lot of those, but now it's like God saying, "What you gonna do with it?"
Mm-hmm. And you know that happened to me probably 2 days ago. I'm watching TV, but I got something playing on my phone, but it was like a Mary J. Blige. It was like an artist or something. And then when it happened, I said, yo, I've seen this before. I laughed like, yo.
That's some scary stuff when you feel like you lived that.
Yeah.
Like you really lived through that before.
Yeah.
And then it makes you feel like, is the Matrix really, like, if your mind will play tricks on you. You want to say, do we really live in a Matrix? You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes you'll say something and you'll open your phone up and then you see the commercial to all of the stuff you were just talking in the market.
I believe we do. You feel me? And you know, the Matrix, I feel like
it's more like people watching you and just controlling your next step if you want to take that step.
And it's more like I feel it's based upon entertainment. Like they know as long as, all right, if we do this, all right, this is what they like. All right, let's overdo it. Let's keep, you feel me? So now I'm sitting here because I was entertaining myself, I'm watching YouTube, and I'm on the game and shit. And then it happened, and I'm like, I took it as, all right, I already been here before, so why am I still here? You feel me? All right, let me turn this off, and let me, man, because it's like, I already been entertained with this before. You feel me? Why am I doing it again? So it's like that entertainment, because that's what they enter your brain, they enter your soul, and contain. Entertain. So now they enter and they got you. You feel me? So now that's the phone gonna do its job. The TV gonna do its job. People around you, they gonna do their job because they in the Matrix too.
And we are back. So we never stop though. We be talking and
The camera got hot. Like when we be talking these hot topics, the camera gets hot.
Really
you feel
hot.
me? And I be having this swap out the battery.
Yeah, sometimes they be telling us to like they be like, we gotta make a part 3 or 4. Like we gotta make a sequel out of this because it's hard to have people that's aligned with you and you can talk for hours about some real stuff. Not no crazy. I'm talking real stuff. And I mean, we can be crazy if we want because I mean that's entertaining, you know, having crazy things around you, and that's me. Like I like a little chaos, you know. And the only reason why I like it because I like to transform things that was chaotic into some stuff that people can deal with.
Yeah, it's all entertainment, man.
Yeah,
you feel me? Like the stuff we go through as a people, you gotta entertain us, bro. Because you just imagine
there's so much crazy.
If it was no entertainment and we just sitting around mad,
there's gonna be a lot of deaths.
You know who don't want that.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? Because there's so much niggas you could kill before you feel me? Like,
yeah.
Niggas multiply too fast. You can't just whack us all off. The biggest number one gun toter in the city can't kill niggas off. You feel me?
Yeah.
So imagine when you get to the point where you so angry, like, all right, I can't kill no niggas.
They love
no
us doing our job for them.
They love it.
Their job for them.
They love it.
They love.
We that entertainment.
Yeah, and it's crazy because I deal with people, especially, and it's crazy that I don't even deal with my own people as much as I want to. I help my own people more than that I deal with them on business because I notice that this is my war, this is my life, this is my world. Like, I ain't gonna meet too many people like me. I'm just not. I meet more guys, I'm talking 99% more guys like me than I've ever met a female like me. And I have some 1% females in my life that is just like me. That's why I can consider them my friend or sister, or I can tell them I love them after the first time I met them and we saying I love you every time we get off the phone type of things, you know. Shout out to BK Lobster, shout out to Tanya.
Yo, Jared.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my sisters. Yeah, shout out to some important people, you know, and Felicia, my boo, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to some people that I know for a fact is thorough as hell. Like, when I actually heard that story, you like, what the hell? And I thought I went through some stuff. You know what I'm saying?
And that's another thing that keep you motivated, keeping the right type of people around you. Because when I started this, you know, I was reaching out to everybody, man. You know, people's acting Hollywood and all that. But I remember I hit Stokey. Shout out my man Stokey Carmichael, man. I hit Stokey. I said, Stokey, I need an interview. He said, mind you, I ain't like Stokey been just coming out the feds type shit. Like, you know, so it's like, I ain't spend no time around him. I ain't do nothing for him, nothing like that, you feel me? But he was like, man, whatever you need, I'm on deck. I pulled up. You feel me? We did the interview. Then he was telling me he was running for mayor, and I was like, "Man, who running your who doing media for your campaign?" He was like, "Oh," I said, "Let me do it." He was like, "Man, you got it." You feel me? And it was just that somebody just believing in you, and the way we talk, me and him, man, is like you would swear we was raised up together or something like that. You feel me?
Yeah, but
like,
you probably sparked something in him for him to believe in you because he about to come out the feds. Most people don't want to deal with nobody just coming out the feds. Man, these people that's coming out the feds, doing these different things and living life the way they living it, having trucks and businesses and stuff, you can learn something from these people that been to jail. I've been to jail several times, and God just blessed me not to have to do no serious time. The most I've ever done was 3 weeks. You know what I mean? And I'm talking about for some serious stuff. But I wasn't the type of person that rat on people and say it wasn't mine. If I'm in a vicinity and you say that, oh yeah, she a kingpin, and I wasn't even a kingpin. Yeah, all that stuff is hers in the ceiling. And it wasn't mine. I'm up here serving you. You get in trouble. One jumping out the daggone window and the other one running. This is your house and I'm serving you. And you running, and I ain't going nowhere. I'm gonna sit right here. I don't got time for nobody slamming me on no floor and stuff like that. I might have to fight when I get in there.
Right.
I need my bones.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You about to take me to jail? Yeah. I mean, like, it's just you gotta just know that everybody you see don't mean they don't have a story that's gonna make you grow and see things differently. You know what I'm saying? Everything I've been through, I grow from. I look at things and I put it like, dang, I don't like that, but maybe, I mean, God not going to give me too much that I can't bear, because, I mean, I came from that, and now I'm going through this, and I don't like it, but he was like, yeah, I mean, you got to feel this. Like, you got to feel that this is what's going to happen if you go off the mission a little bit. You'll feel the love, you'll feel the kid, you feel everything you need to feel, but it's just one thing that's just not right, because you got comfortable. Mm-hmm. You got a mission to be on, Soraya.
Gotta get out of jail.
You even told me you giving me 50 years until when you turn 50, and that's in the next 6 years, that you want to retire. I'm not a chick that ever would retire, but at least I want that option.
Right.
I want that option to be able to say I'm retiring 10 years before the system say, or no, 12 years before the system say I gotta retire. Right. Before they give me benefits.
Right.
I mean, I want them coming to me saying, Soraya, we need your assistance in benefiting this person because we don't have no more insurance to be able to get them. Or we didn't come up with a plan for these type of people, but we need to. Right. You know, I want to be that person to be able to always give some type of service to help get to the next stage. Even if you make it up the service and you don't know how we're going to get through it or whatever, but it's in the making.
Yeah, man, that's what we need, man. And I'm telling you, man, the women, like I remember when I was younger, it had this real powerful woman in a city named B. Gaddy, man. And it was like, this one woman, you say her name is like, it holds so much weight. Like she do so much for people, you feel me? And it's like, that's the names that I want to hear, I want to be associated with, you feel me? When they mention Soraya's name, when they mention my name, I want the weight to be like, oh man, they do so much for people, man. They done took care of the community, you feel me? So like I said, man, you gotta know who you are first.
Yeah. You
gotta understand what service, you know, you've been blessed with to bring to human, you know, mankind.
Yeah.
If you don't tap in with yourself, you're not gonna know what you're here for. You feel me? You gonna steadily be chasing around the next person, thinking that's your purpose.
Yeah. Yeah, and you can't take your own purpose. And we ain't gonna be too much more longer, but I'm gonna have to talk to him and see if he'll do a part 3 with me. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know, man. No, man.
It's not about us. It's about service. It's about giving these people what they need at the time of need. Because right
She's
now,
trying to make this a Soraya and Speedy podcast, man.
Nah, but I'm just letting you know that it's some serious stuff that we have to do. Like, it's not a game out here. And I mean, I'm feeling that firsthand, you know, having my girls back, not having them in the system. Thank God for my mom. My mom, she really held me down. You know, my kids could be lost in the system. You know what I'm saying? I could have been fighting a really serious fight, not being on drugs right now. I'm trying to fight for my kids from, you know, them living the life they live, and they might not want to come with me because their life is already set up with these new parents or something. Like my mom. Like, you got to cherish your mom, regardless if she's an addict or whatever. Right. Don't disrespect her. Don't put her down. Don't make her go through guilt or anything, because
don't take advantage.
Right.
Of
That's the word. Don't ever take advantage of what you think you got.
In a bad way.
Yeah.
This, you know, that's your mom. You know, that's gonna always be your mother. You feel me? You always gonna be.
Take advantage. You be a child. You gonna be a kid, right? But yeah, you gotta like know what you have and cherish the things that's very important to you, and then let that very thing, even if it's a person or that thing, know how much you cherish it and make it feel important. Make those plants feel important, whereas they want to grow and they ain't get too much sunlight, but they fighting to grow to show you how pretty they can be if you just give them a little light.
And then they're going to take care of you.
Yeah, because then they're going to give you that healthy breathing. Yeah. You see what I'm saying?
You see how the world works, y'all?
It's a chain reaction. It's a circle. Like, everything starts here, but it's going to come back here. It's just how it's going to end up there.
We are all dependent on each other. Nobody can do nothing
by themselves. Nothing. And you can do a lot by yourself. It's just you're not going to get what you completed. without others.
You ain't gonna get nowhere.
You know, and it's crazy because lately I've been hearing like people calling me, and I don't know how they know me or nothing. But then I gotta remember, girl, you know, every time you walk out that door, you're a walking billboard. You giving somebody your card, or you giving somebody a flyer, or you telling people what you do, or you listening to them to see what you need to tell them. Okay, I can help you with this because I am the connector of all nations. I know this without a doubt. I am the connector. Even if I don't do it, I know how to get it done. Or I will give you the person you can connect with, and y'all can make billions together. Y'all might just say, thank you, Soraya. You know, y'all might not even give me a dime. I don't even care. I know I did my part because I am the connector. And that wouldn't have been done without me.
That's a fact.
You see what I'm saying? And it gets done like that a lot, you know, with me, because it's not about money. I mean, I smoke millions. I done shot millions. I mean, so $1 million is nothing to me. But being clean and you got responsibilities and stuff like that, you got to do the right thing by your money. You can't just keep giving it away. You know what I'm saying? The wrong way. Like a person that might not appreciate it or do the right thing with it, so they can be able to say, okay, well, she just invested all this to me. Like, now she need help. I got it. Because everything she invested in me, I put up.
Listen.
I let it turn into something.
People get high every day. Drugs are not free. So when you looking down at these people, or, you know, addicts, they
dirt.
They most likely making more money than you making in a year. Trust and believe, because they get high every day. You feel me?
They
just
don't
like
know nothing about sickness or
you feel me? And just like, you know, I like smoking or whatever. You feel me? Like, I have to pay for that. You feel me? So it's like, find something to be addicted to that's positive, and give it that same grind and hustle we got for the negative stuff that we addicted to. Let's just switch it. Just switch it over to the positive and have that same addiction and generate the same money. You feel me? Like, if you got money to get high every day, you got money to give your kids every day. You got money to give yourself every day, put in the bank every day. You feel me? So like, we just gotta change our mentality, y'all, because we are the chosen ones. We are that chosen race. You feel me? Yeah. We power everything in the world. We power everything. Our melanin alone is priceless. You feel me? Like, don't be surprised when people getting kidnapped and that stuff is real, y'all. You feel me? When they harvesting organs and all, yes, that stuff is real, because really we are the only ones that's like this. You feel me? We can stand out in the sun all day. They can't, you know, certain people can't do that.
Skin cancer, spots, all that.
They can't do that. They're going to burn up. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like, look at entertainment, basketball, or any, like, we are the ones behind a lot of this stuff. Gucci and Fendi and all these name brands, we are the ones that's powering these things. Mm-hmm. So it's like, we gotta wake up, y'all. We gotta wake up.
Yeah.
Just get out of those prisons. So, man.
Yeah, so
we might get y'all part 3. Might.
Yeah, we're gonna get y'all part 3. I'm just have to work on it. I gotta get my money up.
Get the subscribers up. Y'all get y'all subscribe. Make sure y'all subscribe.
I said, this is still the same. But I know other people are, you know, subscribing in different worlds or whatever. But
get the subscribers up.
Yeah, people that's beside me. They don't want to see me. Like, they don't want me to see that they are supporting me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy how there's a lot of people that I know that's close to me, but they would never support me. And then the ones I don't expect to support me, the ones that's jumping out.
That's how it be. Listen, it's all
jumping
support.
out.
Listen, I look at this shit as all support, because even though
it motivates me.
Even though they act like they ain't watching, they watching.
They are.
You feel me? So I'm doing my job regardless. You feel me?
Yeah.
It's been times where niggas used to joke me on certain shit I wear, and then a couple months later now, niggas jacking my whole style. You feel me? That's how it works. You feel me? Once you a leader, you just gotta worry about leading people in the right way.
Yeah.
They gonna follow you regardless. If you take them down the bad way, because you did bad and people was following you, so you could do it bad and you could do it good. You feel me? Once you're a leader, period.
Right.
So just keep doing what you're doing, Sarah. I'm very proud of you. You feel me? We're gonna keep going up. Shout out to our sponsors,
Yes.
Summit Spring, Maine.
And don't forget the names I said about the, the shout outs and things like that. Support BK Lobster, support my girl Tanya. Like she that's my girl, you know what I mean? Everybody I say out my mouth is my peoples, and I might be missing people, and don't be soft feelings, please. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot going on in this brain. I can't remember everyone. But I mean, I'm telling you, like, if you get something good, please let it feel like that you value it. Like, I don't care what it is, value it and let it feel love, because some things not going to come back if you lose it the same way, and you lost that very thing that you valued the most, but it didn't seem valuable, so you lost it in that person. So it's very important because people never going to come back the same. And then you don't want nobody coming back the same. You want them to be the better person.